Hello, everyone. I'm Rebecca Lombardo, host of VendorVibes and fractional CMO. Today, I'm here with Victoria from PetScreening. Hello, Victoria.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you? It's great to be here.
I'm good. Thanks for joining me. So, if you could tell me, what is PetScreening?
Gosh, I love that question. It's going to take me a second to unpack this because I want to give your listeners so much more than just the standard elevator pitch, right? So, pet screening, simply put, we're an innovative platform, of course, designed to streamline, enhance the way your vacation rental managers handle pets and service animals in their rental properties. Our goal here is to make the world more pet friendly. So you can bring your pet wherever you live, work, play, or stay is kind of our thing. And 70% of households having pets, and approximately 78 of American pet owners traveling with their companions each year. This is a serious opportunity for the industry. And 22% of all US vacation rentals have caught on and are allowing pets. So our goal here in the rental space is to encourage vacation rental owners and managers to become more pet friendly so they can increase their occupancy and their revenue. And my research shows that Pets Allowed is the most searched amenity on Airbnb, Rebecca. So to the question though of exactly what we do, our service creates detailed profiles for each pet and service animal, which include information that your managers and owners of these vacation rentals really want to know: breed and weight and vaccination records and behavioral history. And the profiles take the guesswork out of managing these furry families in the rentals, and allow the managers to make informed decisions about welcoming them and helping them gauge and manage that potential risk, and enabling them to take necessary precautions to mitigate those damages and complaints. All towards, of course, making a more enjoyable experience for the guests. I think, for your listeners, the be all end all is really that, for them to open their doors to furry guests without the usual headaches, we're their essential partner here at PetScreening.
I love that. And I'm one of those searchers. So I'm really glad to hear this. We adopted a COVID puppy. So
Oh,
who's now about 4 years old. And, the kids definitely want to bring the dog with us on vacations, to the
yeah,
vacation rental stays. So I'm personally glad to hear that you're all about this. Um,
absolutely.
so what would you say makes you guys unique?
Oh, this is especially a great question. I love delving into what makes pet screening exceptional. I think the answer, of course, is going to be different for every one of your listeners, for every one of our clients. But for vacation rentals in particular, I believe we hit exceptional in a few key areas. By utilizing our services and welcoming pets, vacation owners and managers will experience a higher occupancy, will make more money, and will have better risk management and ensure compliance in the service animal space too, which is important. And they'll enjoy all these benefits while helping to ensure amazing guest experiences. It always comes back to that. But unpacking that a bit further, Rebecca, putting some facts behind that, the occupancy can be 6% higher and the RevPAR 24% higher. That's $66 a night. In addition to documenting pets with that documentation carrying significant risk management value, Pet Screening offers a service animal review process led by a team that I have so much respect for. They're talented pros. It includes, on that assistance animal team, our reviewers, our authenticators, and attorneys. And then this service is conducted, of course, with the utmost of care and compliance by offering a very respectful and efficient process to recognize and screen service animals instead of guests facing ambiguous policies or inconsistent handling of these requests by folks who don't specialize in this. Service animal owners can benefit from our clear, standardized process, ensures their needs are met promptly, that's important, and fairly, and reduces the stress and uncertainty associated with securing accommodations for those disabled guests. But before we move to your next question, I do have to share how much I love our service, and how it makes it easier for the industry to welcome pets and service animals, and then to provide what we call pawsome guest experiences. These guests can now have an enhanced opportunity, like you were talking about with your COVID puppy, to vacation with their furry family and saving them. This is important to me in the research I did, saving them as much as, this number blew my mind, $840 a week in pet boarding fees, all while ensuring those vacation activities and memories will now include their furry family. I think that's important. Did you know boarding fees can be as much as $840 a week?
Yeah, actually, I can. I can't believe it. In the DC metro area, it is steep. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. That's up to $120 a day. Now, the prices around the country can maybe be as low as $19 a night. I don't know what you're getting for that, but $120 a night. I mean, there are Holiday Inn Expresses around the country for you and your family. But these are boarding facilities with video cameras where people can check in on their pets because they miss their pets. They feel guilty about leaving their pets. They want to know they're okay. Instead, picture giving them that amazing experience. And now their pictures of going hiking, include their furry loved ones, right? So I just think it's truly a wonderful thing to do for the guests. And I think that they will remember that when they look back at their pictures and they had their furry family on vacation with them and they're on the beach with them, they're hiking with them, they're doing all the wonderful things together and they're in those pictures. I think that is just priceless.
I think it's also interesting that you mentioned having attorneys involved.
Yes. Yeah, we have a whole team of assistance animal. It's an assistance animal team, and then on that team we have people who review the requests, and then we have people for on the support animal side, which is not yet relevant to the short-term rental industry, but on the support animal side we have people who will authenticate the documentation for support animals, and then supervising and training and resource for this team are our attorneys, in-house attorneys. So I really love that for the industry because folks out there in the rental property industry are often pretty intimidated by the whole assistance animal space. Relevant to your listeners is service animals in particular. They're often intimidated by this and feel a little confused and sometimes powerless. So I like that we're here to be their helpmates.
Yeah, that's great. I do want to ask about what is needed in order to work with you, like any prerequisites such as a website or a property management software or anything like that.
So in the vacation rental arena, our early adopters have found that their familiarity with their property management software makes this an easy system for them to acclimate to. So there are not really any requirements for us other than that they understand that ours is a prop tech solution as well as a human solution for their needs. We bring both together for them. So if they have any familiarity with their property management system, they're going to find this very, very easy to navigate and work with.
Okay, great. And do you limit your customers in terms of like how many properties they have to have, or will you work with anybody based on like regardless of the number of properties?
Oh, we'll work with anybody of any size. I think oftentimes though we find that our clients have anywhere from 50 to a couple hundred rental properties. So of any size works fine with us. Again, the primary requirement is just for them to be pet friendly, to feel some comfort with a digital solution, to be forward thinking. At this point, we're really hoping to have clients who realize the value in the vacation rental space of welcoming pets and look at us as a way to help them do that from a better perspective, including their risk management, their revenue management, their documentation, and business data and intelligence needs.
Okay. And do you guys support working within just the United States?
We're across the country. I do believe that we have some in Canada. I don't believe we're doing anything overseas yet, but we are all across the country. PetScreening currently serves over 6.5 million rentals across the country of various kinds. So we got our start in the single family space and we moved into the multifamily space and the manufactured housing and military housing, student housing, and now vacation rental. Again, our goal is to make sure that everybody can take their pets wherever they live, work, play, or stay, and that we're supporting all of the industries in their revenue and risk management, data and business intelligence needs. So we're everywhere where we can do that right now, certainly all across the country, and I believe in Canada as well.
Okay. And having worked with all those folks, can you share a story or anecdote about why one of them might be happy with you?
Oh gosh. So I can tell you from the revenue experience, our clients are often amazed by their improvement in their revenue. And in the specific to this industry, my research shows that when they're pet friendly, there's about a $66 a night, 24% RevPAR improvement. So many of our clients are experiencing that. Picking one particular story would be so difficult because I hear that all the time, that they're very excited about their revenue enhancement. On the risk management side, I can tell you, I've talked to clients heading to depositions for dog bite lawsuits, and our profiles are of amazing value at that moment in time for our clients. Imagine there's a dog bite lawsuit and you have really nothing very much specific to that point, that concern, that area of risk in your documentation. And then juxtapose that, as some of our clients have found themselves, and you have our profiles where the renters have become accustomed to saying, I understand and agree, my pet won't be unsupervised, off leash, left alone in the rental without supervision. I don't have any pets or animals coming with me. And then something opposite of what they've stated, I understand and agree, takes place. And now there's a dog bite lawsuit. Having that documentation, having all that checked, I understand and agree, on a number of occasions, I've had those conversations with very thankful clients. So it's risk and revenue management, really. And then on the other side, I think the last thing that I hear about a lot, one of my clients in particular, I remember she said a year later, a year in, our biggest takeaway is we have so many more pets than we ever had. And it was really funny. I thought for a minute, and I said, Sarah, do you have more pets or have you begun to learn about more pets? And she said, oh, that really is a distinction with a difference. We always had these pets coming, but because of the no pet profile where they'd have to document, I'm not bringing any pets or animals with me, more people are actually declaring the pets and animals and going through the process and giving us that embedded natural risk management benefit from working with pet screening. So I'm super excited about all those conversations. I don't know how I would pick one, Rebecca.
That's really interesting. I didn't even think about coming at it from that angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, when there's a piece of, a situation where there's litigation, there's a lot of peace derived when those attorneys come at you and ask those three questions they always do. What did you know? What should you've known? And what did you do about it? There's a lot of peace in being able to say, here's the profile for this renter. I asked all the right questions. Are you going to have a pet visiting a service animal or not? And they said not. And they understood they wouldn't have a pet in the rental or outside the rental for any length of time. And the fact that they brought a pet and now this trouble has ensued, where am I in this? I asked the right questions. They checked off, they understand and agree. I can't sit there and hold their hand 25/8 in these vacation rentals. So where is our responsibility in that when we did our due diligence? And here it is documented, right? So that's really important to folks because you will get those three questions and you have to sit and think for a moment, how would I answer that tomorrow without pet screening?
No, it's a good thing to think about, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you bringing it up. So if anybody watches this and they want to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
Well, if they're looking for an educational session, I'm Victoria at PetScreening.com. But if they're looking for information about our services, really, that's where it's at. And that's our VP, Mike Scheidel, and he can be reached Mike at PetScreening.com. Mike at PetScreening.com. So he would welcome emails from your listeners and viewers.
That's great to hear. Sometimes the topic is very specific, and so it's nice to hear that you're willing to have a conversation, if nothing else, and then follow up later. So thank you for providing that.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for what you're doing, providing these interviews and the way you provide them and put them out there. I think you're such a great consultant for your clients, serving them and providing them with the connections and the information. And I appreciate you considering us and having us on and being part of the whole plan that you have. It's really brilliant.
Thanks. Well, I hope enough people watch this that they can reach out to you and share it. It's great stuff.
Oh, I hope so too.
Thanks everybody for listening. Cheers.
Cheers.